How we doing today, Starseeds? Hope you're all doing well. Today, this video is going to be a bit more on the mystical, magical side, if you couldn't already tell based on the energy being emitted from the video, where we are going to be opening up any veils due to the fact that I feel it is time, separating true reality from fiction, which you may find aren't so different from each other once it's finalized, making it more like true fiction rather than just fiction. By this, if you haven't already seen my recent Saving the Cartoon World video, I mean that there are other forms of species here within our very own human realm and dimension, just like you may have likely heard so-called gurus and experts speak on throughout your ascension process journey, intertwined with other more mystical and fantasy, even cartoon-like realms where human hybrids like myself actually belong to. So find out through this video if you do too. To continue, in the Saving the Cartoon World video that I made on here, I mentioned that we forgotten, abandoned, tried and tested Hebrew Israelites and Starseeds have certain birthrights and inheritances meant to be bestowed upon us for staying true to ourselves, being kind and considerate to others, and for being pure at the core, remaining that way throughout our entire lives, loving God, all of humanity, and truly wanting to see better and do so much better for the world, hell, even the entire universe, due to how special we know that it truly is and everything within it. This requires compensation and upgrades of support to see that this is done, which is what this video is here to do rapidly, so that we may merge into who we truly are on these mystical and fantasy levels that I've been speaking of, see the world so much differently and clearly, get to know ourselves in deeper ways than ever imaginable, as well as feel like ourselves, which is so incredibly important, more than we ever have throughout any lifetime we've lived thus far. Making this the real one here, guys, that we've been waiting for, in terms of where we are now at within our entire universe's long, yet still somehow short, history. So to help with this, I decided to rely on my Lightseer's Tarot deck to get the job done for us, which will help open up the veils quickly so that anything for grabs that belongs to you, and anything extra that you may find as well, may come into your possession, kind of like Hunger Games Reapers running to the cornucopia to grab what they need for survival. Except this will be what officially ends the survival of the fittest mentality, personality trait, and matrix distortion code that was implanted into our Earth system like it's a computer or something, and taking over the lives of even the innocent involuntarily, and ending the entire Hunger Games ascension process as a result. So let's go ahead and dive into the card that I intuitively pulled with the help of the Fairy Kingdom in this one. From the Eight of Wands, I'm immediately getting major Fairy Kingdom vibes, which is why I pulled it in the first place, from the magical energy of the 8 flame-lit wands sticking into the air in the illustration. Upon viewing the card, all of the orbs surrounding the sticks from up above feel as if they are actually falling from the ethers, rushing into or being absorbed by an interesting portal and force of light stationed right in the center of the tip of the sticks. The feelings of feeling extremely full and supported, as if we fairy hybrids have just ruthlessly eaten something, our inheritance and all those who participated in stealing it from us outside of time in reverse, that is, as we got sucked into this portal into the other side. Visuals of our tribe, our clan, standing tall and upright in great shock, awe, and disbelief, kind of like we'd feel if a port key from Harry Potter took us here, then came through next, as we dropped our jaws and looked around at our surroundings, admiring where we are now, realizing this is where we are actually from, even if this looks different to you or your soul family in particular than it does to me, and being so appreciative to be able to say that we are from here. The energies of fresh, new life, just like being reborn and opening your eyes for the very first time, began to come through next, making this mystical restart that we are partaking in official on the grandest of scales. It then looked as if the center of the card began to swirl around in a counterclockwise motion, with the colors of the rainbow appearing in my mind's sight shortly afterwards, and the energy and visual of a force field of some sort gradually building in the center of the card until it explodes spontaneously, mimicking the energy of the Big Bang. Brand new colors then begin to come out of this Big Bang reenactment, I'll call it, making it so that life within all universes, I'm being told, had no choice but to restart, putting innocence first once again permanently this time, where it should have been all along, without any dark or demonic forces daring to disturb it ever again, like it so stupidly did for no good reason whatsoever, but to destroy everything in its way, air quotes, because it feels threatened by it. This old sin and karmic wound that we've all been forced to suffer from, due to Satan and his disciples' plans and vision for our world, can now completely end, wither away embarrassingly, as it has just been dominated madly, completely freeing the cartoon world even further and quicker, I'm being told, so that the energy from here can move into ours, making our once dull, boring reality much more human and real, surprisingly, as an effect. Letting us know what I already knew at my heart's core, and just what I was professing at the beginning of the video, that there is, in fact, no fine line between reality and fiction after all. And now the veils may close again. Thank you for your participation, and enjoy your rebirth and all of your inheritances, kids. Bye now.